Good morning, people. We are going to do the week ahead reading. It actually turned out to be quite a sunny day today. I didn't really expect that, but it's nice. I have my Hello Pumpkin cup out because it is that time of the year. I found like Nespresso coffee with pumpkin spice, and that is what I have in. So today we are celebrating Halloween. I have no clue where I want you guys because the light is a bit off, but we will make it work regardless of how the light decides to be. But cheers, whatever it is that you're drinking, let me know. It's also the lunar eclipse today. Can you guys feel it? With the lunar eclipse, obviously we are first of all letting go of a lot of things. It's also a full moon. I've been so confused about if this was a new moon or a full moon, but full moon in Pisces it is. So first and foremost, letting go of things that has been addictive, things that has been wrapped in illusion. We are not only dreaming anymore, we are also being prepared to put action into it, and that is connected with the full moon in Aries that we have on the 7th of October on my birthday. So this is connected with what happens in a month. So you start to put things into action. You see what was illusion and what is reality. You see where the fear and the distractions has been, and yeah, you see the addictive patterns, I guess you can say, in what has been, so that you can, you know, move forward. So that is the most important, I will say. Today I actually went full on in with the Halloween magic because I chose a card from the, or I chose this oracle, and the card that, wow, the card that came out was the lamp. So we're going to speak about that. That is the connective energy, the all in all energy. I also chose, together with the lamp, to put the energy into the all in all energy. It sounded interesting. With the card that is on the back of the deck, and that is the 8 of Pentacles. I also used a Halloween, or yeah, I guess it is a Halloween themed tarot. I can't remember if one of you guys gave me this, but it is this one. Yeah, pulling out all the guns this season. I'm going full on out in this season because I feel like I was distracted last year. I don't think I went ahead and was as spooky and Halloweenish as I could be. So we're back with that. We are playful because that is what we are supposed to be. Apparently the wasps are also wakened up again. I was so happy because I didn't see anyone. They make me skittle. But with the lamp, together with the 8 of Pentacles, got distracted by sound. Very important to honor the past while actually also shaping the future. And also, for some reason, there is this energy of not being guilty of focusing on the future. There might be something from the past that makes you feel guilty from maybe moving forward, moving on, moving ahead. You're making a lot of noise out there. So there is also this energy with the lamp here to remember where you are actually coming from. And also with that, it's also like, look back where you started and where you are now, because you are not who you were. You're not thinking the same way, you're not feeling the same way. We are all being directed in complete different directions, and that is all of us. There's something massive shaping, yeah, something massive changing for all of us, like something being flipped upside down, so that, you know, you can finally manifest your dreams and desires. So it's not negative, it's actually positive. But for some of you this week ahead, because you are moving forward with the Eight of Pentacles, because you're very close, the door closed, you might be afraid of closing a door behind you, or leaving something behind you, or like you're afraid of forgetting someone or something. For some of you guys, it might be connected with family in a way, white butterfly. I also feel with this combination that a lot of you guys are also learning that whatever you have learned in the past, you are learning, there's a lot of learning, to shape them into something practical for you when it comes to actually taking action and moving forward and being yourself. You can be yourself, the new you, without losing the old you, actually honoring the past you of what you have been through, and, you know, the lessons, whatever. There is something here this week ahead with that. I flipped to the page with the lamb because there was something I paid attention to here that I wanted to say, because it might bring truth to some of you. This card reminds us that it is a positive thing to remember those who have passed by celebrating their life rather than mourning their death. And I do feel there is a theme here. If it's someone who passed away, or if it's just a past version of you, or where you have lived, or your old job, or whatever. Because one of the cards that's here for the week ahead is also death. So there is something about fate moving you into some endings. And I feel that for some of you guys, the ending has already happened. Like, yeah. For others of you, there is something that you're being asked to let go of so that you can move forward. Why are you making so much noise? I was like, is there anything else I want to say with these cards? Well, I think it's important to understand that this week is not about drifting. And the first thing that came to mind was this image of being in a boat, drifting far away from shore, not really knowing where you're going. And that's something we've spoken about, that a lot of us feel like that, right? Like, we are not connected to the past, but we are definitely not connected to the future either. So we're just in between, we're just drifting. And this week is not about drifting, it's actually about putting dedication into something new, but still honoring who you have been or where you are. It was just leaf falling. There's actually a lot of leaves falling off the trees today. So again, there is things falling away, but it's clearing the new, so that you're not just drifting. I think that's very important to remember. Tarot, first card we have is Wheel of Fortune, then we have the Death card, and then there was two cards popping up, which is the Three of Wands and the Chariot. So movement, it's very, very positive. I feel for some of you guys, the beginning of the week, there is still this energy of maybe figuring out what this shore means for you, like in what direction you're going, and still letting go of something while still honoring that, or the old part of you that was connected with it. Because the wheel is turning into your favor this week ahead. It is connected with destiny, divine timing, in the combination with the lamp. Again, it makes you honor where you have been. It makes you honor the seasonal changes that has happened in your life, very symbolically. And it could also be that something comes back into your life. It could be a connection, it could be a project, it could be a feeling, it could be repetitive, repeating pattern that is there to be let go of. I saw something in the book about death that I think that we should talk about, because I also think that it will paint a picture for some of you guys when it comes to this. But I feel there's something that you're meeting differently. It's like you're meeting death in a different way, if that makes sense. You're meeting endings in a different way. You're looking at something that's ending in a different way. Yeah. And also, before that I take the book and we speak about the death card. It got super dark suddenly. The lamb also reminds you, also with the Eight of Pentacles, that you are not starting from scratch. You are not starting at zero, because you have been out on the sea for a while now, so you have been drifting, right? And even if we are feeling lost while we are drifting, we are actually moving forward. And I think that's something you guys are going to realize this week ahead. I do want to say something that might have felt like a closed door, or something like I had the image of you knocking at a door but it was not ready to be opened. That's something that comes and spins back around, like fate spins once closed door back around, because that now it's open because you have the key for it. Which reminds me of one of the predictions I made for the eclipse. It is on Instagram and it's also on my TikTok, but I think I'm going to put the whole post in a post on YouTube. But I actually think underneath this video I'm going to pin a comment with the predictions that I made. So pay attention to the section or the prediction that has something about a key in it. I can't remember what it is. I think it was linked together with dreams or something, but might be something here. Whatever it is that the wheel brings back around, you have the wisdom now to use it, to encounter it, if that makes sense. Okay, so with the death card, I think maybe it's better to show you guys here actually. Well, first of all, let me show you guys the Hanged Man. This is the Hanged Man in this version. The Hanged Man represents us being on a standstill, actually, kind of drifting, right? We are not taking action, we are being asked to hold still. We are turned upside down to see something in another way, to learn something, sometimes through pain and misunderstandings from other people. We are letting go of a lot of things with the Hanged Man, but we are gaining even more after. But there was something else also I wanted to say with the Hanged Man. Well, it's linked together with past patterns, like from our childhood, that we are being forced to let go of. So remember that. Something I also just paid attention to with the Hanged Man. The shadow side of the Hanged Man is hiding from the world, so maybe you have done that. Inability to make choices, staying stuck out of fear, wanting others to do the work for you. I mean, might not resonate for any of you, but now I said it. So, death. The death card. Is there a picture of it? Yes. Let me show you. Take a look at this death card. We have the fallen angel here, which is actually the girl from the Hanged Man card. And then we have death. Then we have the little girl. Let death teach you how to live. If there is something the past many years, 15 years, has taught all of us, it is how to live, isn't it? I know a lot of you guys are agreeing on that. Let me read this up for you guys. And keep in mind what we already have been speaking about, also with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man falls to the ground. Her red gown turns silky white, and her back sprouts white feather wings. Her chestnut hair turns ashy grey. The vampire transforms into a weeping angel. The season ends, which that is what we are experiencing right now. A season that's ending. Summer is ending, right? It's harvest time. Death holds an hourglass. Time has run out. A small child looks up with wonder. Children accept all things at face value until experience and education lead them to question and fear, which is true. I actually spoke with a friend about this a long time ago, especially when it comes to love, because we had this awareness of like when we are younger and we fall in love, there's no judgment, right? There's no fear, like we're just falling in love. But now I feel, especially in this era and generation, it's fearful to fall in love, and there is a lot of fear involved with love. And obviously it makes sense because that we are at the age of Aquarius, so things are shifting when it comes to the way that we are learning and seeing the world. So the old is falling apart and away so that the new can replace it, right? So we are learning to be children again, or see the world in a playful manner. Today might actually be a longer reading. Death exists in the shadow area of our psyche until we are forced to deal with it. Death is not the opposite of life. Life is infinite. Death is the opposite of birth, a construct of the material world. Life's infinity resides behind the dance of birth and death. Yeah. The end of a way of being, clearing the path, the beginning of true integration. A new beginning with a deeper understanding unfolds. Let go. Which? Lunar Eclipse. The blood moon. Pisces full moon. Like, we cannot stop what is transforming this week ahead, because it's happening regardless, especially when the wheel is at play. So there might be something that you wobble a little bit about because you know you need to let it go. And it could just be a pattern, like an old pattern, right? But I do feel a lot of you guys, if not all of you, you have already dragonfly, you have already done the work. Again, dragonflies are a symbol of, well, joy, love and hope, and new beginnings. So even if death here does ask you to leave behind something, if it's, well, whatever is outdated, right? If it's a home, a pattern, a relationship, if it's connected with money, work, whatever. I lost train of track because of things happening. Because of things happening. Yeah, well, regardless of what I said before, you have done the work, and now you will see which doors are opening. Again, doors. And obviously, the last cards, you have come back in a new way. It's a little dramatic. This one could just represent what it is that you have been let go of, what was heavy, right? Doesn't need to be linked together with that body laying on the ground or person, but something that was heavy. And with the Three of Wands and the Chariot, it is you moving forward in big ways, big moves. It shows the vision of what could be. And the Chariot is like, well, it could represent a plane, a car, a boat. So you are moving forward with speed and everything else. You are allowing yourself to dream again and see possibilities and just make something happen. Could be the end of the week. There's something that takes shape. The ending that you might be forced into is not bad, because it's something you already know is ending. It doesn't come as a surprise, let me say it like that. And also, like I said, some of you guys have already faced death in a new way. Like, you're seeing something differently. And I also feel that there is a lot of new doors, I know I'm repeating myself here, opening up at the end of the week, where you're going to have opportunities to travel, to expand something in your life. Just like the wind. The wind is bringing in the new. Action follows quickly after Wednesday, I want to say. But for some of you guys, it could even be something about a new car or road trip. With the Three of Wands, it's something you're excited about. Like, you have called it in, there is a longing. Physically, no? How can I say this? Well, I guess the easiest way to say it is that you're just making something happen. Yeah, there's nothing stopping you. You're not only dreaming about the future, you're actually taking new steps, because something is being given to you that makes it possible. For some of you guys, you are the one making it possible. because you realize that nothing is stopping you. And with that, doors are opening and opportunities are coming. That's always how it happens. We don't always see how or when it will happen. It happens when the wheel brings it in. So I think it's important this week ahead to actually claim your direction and honor your path, but also your past, okay? This is already long enough, so thank you guys. Speak to you guys tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, because it's Monday tomorrow. On Tuesday. Bye.